YouTubers and all this Apple Watch. Hope you're doing quite well. Thought I heard something over there. So basically, got a couple games here I want to talk about, as well as the subject at hand. Now, I was recently trying to collect a bunch of dungeon crawlers, like some older copies of games that are not available on Steam or GOG necessarily. This is loosely based off of me playing this beforehand, and that was Shining in the Darkness. Now, I was playing this here, and I was like, man, this is sure a fantastic game, but it would be really great if I could, and then it kind of spiraled from there. So when that happened, I was like, okay, where can I go from here? Where can I also collect? And there's been games I've been thinking in my head, like, okay, PC has a really damn good set of these dungeon crawlers. I mean, there's several consoles with dungeon crawlers out the wazoo, and there's no shortage to that said genre across everywhere. So I was looking around everywhere, scouring everywhere. Even some of the ones that aren't necessarily first person, like an honorable mention here to this roguelite style game, Vagrant Story. Square, if you hear me, put this shit on Steam, please. That's your service announcement brought to you by Nectar. So basically, yeah. But yeah, well, starting off with this game here, Descent to Undermountain. Now, Descent to Undermountain, I got a hold of this one, and it's been hell on earth to get this one running correctly. I've been doing all the means that they recommend to do. I set it up the correct way I was supposed to. It just simply does not want to work on Windows 10. If I have Windows 95 based computer, or if I do a virtual machine, sure, no problem. Probably will work out of the box. But for me personally, who don't like messing with virtual machines because it's such a pain in the ass, plus I'm very fucking lazy. This is not in the cards, unfortunately, now. So it kind of sits there, and I unfortunately cannot play it. It does not want to work. So I hope in the future this does work. Hopefully, right? But yeah, basically it was that. Like, I was excited about it, trying to get it to work and run. It does have some DRM built into it, which unfortunately is not a very good DRM, because if you installed it without a certain patch and went to go uninstall it afterwards, it would literally uninstall everything on your Windows folder, or your files rather, and just wipe out your computer and screw you over. So it was one of those kind of unfortunate deadly bugs that if no one was paying attention and just uninstalled it off the computer trying to get it to run correctly, or whatever the case could have been, if you didn't get the patch and install it before you uninstalled it, you ain't gonna like it. So there was basically that. And then I picked up a game here, which this one's actually pretty decent. Like, this isn't anything I'm crapping on here either. And same difference with that. Like, I'm not crapping on it because I can't get it to work. I just can't get it to work. Even going online trying to get files off of someone else's shit and then trying to do it the same process, doesn't work. I just, at this point, just giving up. But yeah, Infernal Tome. Very obscure title. Actually really cool for the most part. It's not the greatest dungeon crawler of all time. Obviously, for me, I feel like Dungeon Master 1 and 2 is up there. Legend of Grimoire is absolutely up there as well. Anvil of Dawn is practically almost at the tippity top, as high as you could possibly get it. But this one here, it's in the middle. It's safe, right? It's in the middle. It's safe. It's sitting there. It's comfortable. It's sitting at a comfortable pace, which is fine too. It's perfectly fine where it's sitting. But yeah, it was definitely an indie title back in the day. It played alright. Again, it had some jank to it, but it was an alright dungeon crawler. But yeah, that was basically some of the genres I was trying to collect for, as well as I was trying to also build up my RPG collection for the PS1 before it inflated in terms of price, and boy oh boy was I late to that party. And so it basically became, okay, I'll just wait till some company puts these games on the computer or something, or I just say, fuck it. And that was basically it, really, the nutshell of it all. Because it's like you have so many great console games, you have so many great PC games out there already, and it's something that, okay, after you slow down after a while, there's so many games already out there, why don't we roll back and see which ones are outstanding or which ones are good, and as my monitor there decides to take a nap. But for you personally, for all you out there, I have a question for you all. If you want to do a video response or if you just want to leave a comment, Which genre were you trying to collect for recently or in the past? And was there ever a time any one of the games you tried to collect for just didn't work out quite as you planned? Now, leave it in the comments down below. In the meantime, take care.